What is going on YouTube? N60 Fortress here, I'm back. Thanks for tuning in again as always, it's very much appreciated. What we're going to go through on this video is a bit more real talk, and we're just going to go through one of my dilemmas, and I'm interested to hear your thoughts on what you do in this situation. And it's just the age-old discussion of what you're supposed to do in these sort of situations. But before we get onto that, we've just got a couple of other things I want to talk about quickly. So the first is I've finally completed Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines on PS2. It's not that long to complete. There is about 24 levels, but they're really short, relatively. Really, you can complete, in a couple of minutes. Some of the levels, they're really not that long. I think it's good in ways. It has like a prequel part to it where you're set in the future and you're the T-800 and you have to get to the time displacement chamber, and you're working with Claire Danes' character. I forgot what she's called now, John Connor's spouse or whatever. But yeah, it resembles the film quite well at times. Is it the best game based on a film? Probably not. Certainly the levels that are linked to the actual film itself are a little bit underwhelming. You see there's some thought gone into it, but where you have to fight the TX and stuff like that, it's very boring, very repetitive, and you just have to wrestle with her on several occasions. It's not that great really. There's not much shooting going on when you're fighting her. Yeah, it's just not that great overall, but for £3 it was a fun experience, and yeah, I might get rid of it and get rid of it back to CEX, but I'll get next to nothing for it, so for £3 I might just leave it on my shelf for now. It is fun, but as Terminator games go, it's certainly not up there with the best, and yeah, it obviously wasn't the best film out of the three. All the films after that aren't very good either, but I felt that this could have been a better film if it just had a slightly better cast to it, and the storyline was pretty good. But yeah, overall the game was alright, but yeah, I won't rush to play it again. Yeah, but that's finally done. Next, did any of you see the Rat Attack that sold on eBay during the week, the PAL copy? Oh my gosh, about £825, and it's absolutely destroyed. Let me know your thoughts on that. Would you pay that much for that game if you needed it for the full set? It goes to show that the prices are still, popping really. If someone's paying £825 for a box that's ripped and, oof, yeah, I think I'd rather just have the cart only if I was faced with having to pay that much for a boxed copy. Okay, the manual's alright, but yeah. What do you think? It's a lot for a tatty, to put it politely, copy of Rat Attack. Now, moving on to the actual dilemma then. So I started on completing Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines, glad to get that out of the way. I've started playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm only about an hour and a half into this now, but I'm absolutely loving it. It's fantastic. I can't believe I didn't get into the Assassin's Creed games earlier, but I've had a load of people at work telling me how good this is, and one of them started playing it again, and another chap had put 200 hours or so into this. So yeah, it's clearly quite a popular game, and yeah, I can see why from having played what I've played so far. And I've always been a fan of Ubisoft through the Far Cry games. I know this is a sort of different genre, but it's a similar concept from what I can see in terms of how some of the mechanics work. And yeah, obviously it's a third person rather than a first person, but I like it. It works well, and yeah, so really enjoying it. So the dilemma is, I've just started playing this, but guess what turns up today in the post? Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. I've been waiting ages for this to come out. I'm a massive Indiana Jones fan, like the first three films. Let's forget about the others, but the first three films especially, I grew up as a 90s kid, and we'd had them on self-recorded tape and just watch them over and over again. Raiders of the Lost Ark, great film, and Last Crusade especially, the sort of better ones. Temple of Doom, not so much, but I still like it. It's good, but it's the least good, I guess. So yeah, and I loved Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb on the original Xbox. I had that, and I've still got it, and really fun game. And I've sort of just been waiting in limbo, and then ever since it got announced for PS5, I've been really excited, and here it is. And would you believe it? This is a premium edition allegedly, so I'm a bit disappointed that it hasn't even got a cardboard slipcover on it. And this has cost about £80–90, so nearly three figures, and it hasn't even got a slipcover on it. And okay, so what do you get for that above the base copy? You get a Temple of Doom skin, which is cool, I guess. And then you get an art book, but guess what? It's a digital art book. So isn't this the world we're heading into now, where you get an art book but it's digital? But I don't want that. I want something tangible to look at. Like, this is an art book in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and it's Amiga edition. and you know, you got something physical, you got something to look at, and it's just pretty neat, isn't it? So for my extra money now with Indiana Jones, I'm getting this sort of digital art book where you have to download the images, and who wants to do that really? So yeah, a little bit underwhelmed by this. I was expecting a little bit more when I got it through the post, and then when I saw that it got put through the letterbox, I knew straight away that it was just going to be a standard disc copy, no sort of cardboard, because it hadn't been packaged well. And yeah, but I'm sure the game's really good, so really looking forward to this. So the dilemma is, what do I do? Do I carry on with Assassin's Creed, or do I jump ship and play this? What do you do when you've got two games that you want to play at the same time? What do you do when you've started a game but then something else comes along? Let me know, I'll be interested to hear your thoughts. So what I'm planning on doing is just continuing with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm really enjoying it, so keen to explore further, and Indiana Jones is just going to have to wait. The wait will have to go on. It'll have to go on the shelf, but yeah, it'll be one to look forward to. And the way I see it is, this will just be next in line. So once I've, you know, beaten Assassin's Creed Odyssey, or got as far as I want to go with it, will I get the platinum and 100% it? Probably not. Will I put 200 hours in? Not sure, but I'd certainly want to complete all the main sort of quests and all the side missions and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty much go as far as I can with it. So yeah, the reality is Indiana Jones is going to have to wait. That's my view. It is a bit of a first world dilemma, but I'd be interested to know, what do you do in these situations, and what's the best way to navigate it? I'm one of them guys that's all in, so like, I couldn't play both games and switch between the two and switch between control schemes. It'd just be too much for my simple mind, and I don't have an awful lot of time to game anyway. So yeah, I've got to go all in, complete Assassin's Creed, and then move on to Indy when I finish, I think. And obviously I devote some of my time to N64 games, as I'm working on Mission N64239, trying to get through a game every 2 weeks or so on that. So yeah, that's why I've been trying to do some of the shorter games on that at the moment, because I know that when I start going on to Ocarina of Time and so on, it's going to require more than a week's worth of gaming to actually complete the game. But we're going to have to get there at some point. You know, I'm prepared to allocate time to completing some of these great games on the N64. I think it's going to be a bit more of a headache when they're not so great and you're still having to put in a lot of hours, but yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But yeah, I'm interested to hear your thoughts, and let me know where you are and how you feel about that. I'm on the way to Villa tonight to watch them hopefully beat PSG and get through to the semi-final. Let's see, hence the colours there. And then next week we'll be going into Mission N64239. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are with the dilemma with games to play. I'm interested to hear back from you. If you're new to the channel here and you're enjoying the content, please whack a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video. And if you're new and you're liking the content, please consider subscribing. It really helps the channel out. More people come along for Mission N64239, seeing if I can beat every UK PAL N64 game, all 239 of them, and just building the channel up, because I do bring other content as well, just discussing real talk issues, gaming issues, modern as well, modern gaming clearly here. And yeah, it's not all N64 on this channel. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. What I'm planning on doing is just continuing with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm really enjoying it. So